Hello, today I'm looking at the Majjhima Nikaya number MN30, which is the Culasaropama Sutta, translated as the shorter discourse on the simile of the heartwood. Now, having just gone through Majjhima Nikaya number 29, which is the longer discourse on the simile of the heartwood, the two suttas are fairly similar. Why they're juxtaposed I don't quite understand, but there we go. So the location is Jeta's Grove. The sutta is delivered by Buddha, and it's in conversation with a person called the Brahmin Pingalakocha. Now the Brahmin Pingalakocha asked Buddha about other recluses and founders of other sects. Do they have these other people also have direct knowledge? Direct knowledge is the translation by Nanamoli and Bodhi and also Thanissaro. But the sentence in the Pali text reads, I think, Sabate Sakaya Patinaya Abananmamsu, if I pronounce that correctly. And it tends to be, or the translations I've seen, looking at other word-for-word translations, it's more about a great appreciation of beliefs. So rather than direct knowledge, I think full understanding might be, well, it's similar to, but sounds a bit more precise to me. So he's asking, do these other recluses or leaders of other sects have a full understanding? And the other leaders mentioned are Purana Kassapa, Magala Kusala, Ajita Kesakambalin, Pakadu Kachayana, Sanjaya Palatiputta, and Nigantha Nataputta. And these folk are also referenced in the Samanaphala Sutta, in the Digha Nikaya as well. And in that sutta it actually explains more about what these individual people's philosophies are. So I actually just looked on Wikipedia, which is a bit probably more concise. So the Purana Kassapa, his belief was amoralism. There's no reward or punishment for good or bad deeds. Makala Gusala, his belief is around fatalism, that suffering is predestined. Ajita Kasa Kamabalin, his belief is materialism. Live happily, with death all is annihilated. Pakuda Kachayana believes in eternalism, matter and pleasure, pain, soul are eternal and do not interact. So there's no effect on the afterlife in this life. Sanjaya Palatiputta is agnostic and a suspension of all judgment. And Nigantha Nataputta believes in restraint, be endowed with, cleansed by and suffused with the endowment of evil. So there's got to note that this is now currently called Jainism. Okay, so that's briefly what's been brought to Buddha's attention by the Brahmin Pingalakocha. So Buddha replies by way of a simile. Suppose a man seeking heartwood from a tree was only to take the twigs and leaves. An observer would say that this man does not know what heartwood is. Whatever its way that this man had to make, whatever it was that this man had to make with heartwood, his purpose would not be served. And this intention is repeated for the person finding outer bark, the person finding inner bark, the person finding sapwood. But only when he finds heartwood will his purpose be served. The simile then reverts to describing a man going to homelessness, acquiring gain, honour and renown. His intention is fulfilled and his progress ends there, and he makes no effort for the realisation of higher states. He hangs back and slackens. This is like the man needing heartwood, but passes it over and cuts off twigs and leaves, thinking that to be heartwood. So whatever it was he needed heartwood for, his purpose will not be served. This repeats with the person going into homelessness and achieving virtue and good character. He stops there, achieves no higher state, hangs back and slackens. And this is like the man needing heartwood and believes the outer bark is the heartwood. His purpose will not be served. Again, the sutta repeats, a person going into homelessness this time achieves beyond gain, honour, renown and virtue. He achieves concentration. He is pleased with this attainment and stops there, makes no effort to realise higher states, hangs back and slackens. And this is like the man needing heartwood and believes the inner bark is heartwood. His purpose will not be served. And the next person who goes into homelessness achieves all the above and achieves knowledge and vision. His intention is fulfilled. He seeks no higher state. He hangs back and slackens. And this, says Buddha, is like the man needing heartwood and believes the sapwood to be heartwood. His purpose will not be served. And the last person in the sutta who goes into homelessness achieves all that his predecessors achieved, does not hang back, and makes an effort for the realisation of those states that are higher, more sublime than knowledge and vision. And what are these states? Buddha asks. Buddha then describes the progress of the jhanas. The first jhana, applied and sustained thought, rapture and pleasure born of seclusion. The second jhana, self-confidence and singleness of mind. The third jhana, equanimity and mindfulness is achieved. The fourth jhana, neither pain nor pleasure is achieved. It then goes on to the next stages, but these aren't referred to as jhanas. They're just the stages following each other. So next comes the achieving the base of infinite space. Beyond that, the base of infinite consciousness. Beyond that, the base of nothingness. That is the awareness that there is nothing. Then the base of neither perception nor non-perception. And finally, the cessation of perception and feeling, and the taints are all destroyed. Buddha concludes, I say that this person is like a man seeking heartwood, and seeking heartwood finds heartwood, and whatever it was he had to make, his purpose is served. So this holy life does not have gain, honour and renown for its benefit, or the attainment of virtue for its benefit, or the attainment of concentration for its benefit, or knowledge and vision for its benefit. It is the unshakable deliverance of mind that is the goal of this holy life, its heartwood and its end. And in the final paragraph of this sutta, the Brahmin Pingalakocha declares that Buddha has made the Dhamma very clear in many ways and asks Buddha to remember him as a lay follower who has gone to him for refuge for the rest of his life. And so ends Majjhima Nikaya number 30. Thanks for watching.